kind of switch. I think we can switch over into free agency talk because the Ravens do have $12 million. Some free agent cornerbacks and secondary members that are available right now. Justin Simmons from the Denver Broncos, Stephon Gilmore, most recently on the Cowboys, Steven Nelson of the Texans. Xavier Howard was cut by the Miami Dolphins, Justin Blackman from the Colts. Let's see here.
Eddie Jackson.
Yep. Let's see. Are there any other secondary members?
Micah
Gibson, Micah Hyde, Ahkello Witherspoon, Jaron Curse, and then Ravens guys like Rock Ya-Sin and such. Like, you could absolutely sign one of them for $7 million on a 1-year deal, especially a guy like, I think Stephon Gilmore would be the best option. Someone who's, he obviously a former defensive player of the year, but has taken a step back, but is still very, very good in his play. And you look at his recent contracts. Last year, his base salary was just under $8 million. The year before that, it was about $5.5 million. So, it makes sense with the money that you could go after him. And his contract calculated market value is at about $11 million. But the longer that it takes for him to get signed, the cheaper he's going to be. And we all know the Ravens love to sign their vets late into the season. And you're in training camp, and all of a sudden you bring in a Justin Houston or a Jason Pierre-Paul or a Jadeveon Clowney. Stephon Gilmore, I think, would be a perfect guy to wait and see after the draft. Hey, is this guy still available? Because if we didn't draft a round 1 or round 2 corner, maybe we should try and give him a shot and throw Marlon in the slot and have Brandon Stevens and Stephon Gilmore playing on the outside, and that would be a very, very dominant cornerback room. What do you think, Joshua? Is that the way, or should we go somewhere else with our money?
Man, you know me, man. I love my trenches. I'm happy that we got Kyle Van Noy back, but I still need some more. I still need some more big bodies. I need another big dog. I'm thinking either give me Yannick Ngakoue. I know we had a bad stint with him, previously when we had Wink Martindale, because Wink had him doing all this stuff that wasn't him. That wasn't his body. All this stunting, he liked to go after it and get after it. Well, I don't know exactly what's his name, what Zach Orr is going to do in regards to being a new defensive coordinator, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be close or similar to the model of what Mike Macdonald, did for this defense. And I don't see him, going in a whole completely different route. It's just going to be a different variation of what Mike Macdonald already installed here. And Yannick Ngakoue is the type of guy, hey, put somebody in front of him, let me go at the room, and I'm going to get the QB. Or if you want to get versatile, I know with not bringing Tyus Bowser back as soon, because still, we don't even know the severity of that injury, but whatever that was, it kept him out for the whole year. And, when you see him on the sideline, he looked healthy. But, healthy is two different things to, an everyday citizen versus an athlete. So, yes, he may look healthy standing up, walking and things of that nature, but far as the athletic side, we don't know what exactly was going on. And I hope, there could be some type of reunion, but if not, I think maybe Bud Dupree is another option. That's somebody that we kind of, I ain't gonna say kind of, that we really like, especially coming out of University of Kentucky, and him and Zadarius Smith at the same time, because when that two tandem was together, it was crazy. You never really heard no defensive ends coming out of University of Kentucky playing good football in a while. Well, at least, since I've been in existence on this earth. And Bud Dupree was a nightmare, when he was a Pittsburgh Steelers, and even when he was a Tennessee Titan. I feel like, his leadership ability, what he can bring to this Ravens defense can definitely be something that, that can help us out. Maybe another safety because of how we plan on using Kyle Hamilton. I'm thinking Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson is a good safety, or either Micah Hyde. I don't know what the money part is going to look like. I don't know if we'll be able to, get him under that $12 million threshold with a Micah Hyde because he played good ball for Buffalo, and he brought that presence of being another ball hawk, and I feel like that's something that we still can use, especially the way we use Kyle Hamilton, being that roaming type of safety. So I'm going safety or either another versatile guy on that defensive front.
Yeah. I think my biggest thing is don't react too early, right? I'm fine if the Ravens go corner, if they go tackle, if they go guard, if they
Yeah.
go wide receiver, if they go corner. But what I want them to do is wait for the draft,
Mm-hmm.
wait for them to not be losing comp picks, and wait for them to maybe evaluate guys in training camp. Remember, that's what we did last year. And the year
True.
before that, we were like, hey, let's check out what we got in David Ojabo and how's Adafe look and all these guys. Tavius Robinson, this new rookie. Let's see what we got. And they decided, hey, we want another edge rusher. Let's get Clowney. They go through things a little bit, and they're like, let's grab Kyle Van Noy as well.
Yeah.
They did the same thing, I think, with Justin Houston and JPP, right? We got Justin Houston, and I was like, we want someone else. We get another guy. Let's wait, have money available, because when you get to the end of the offseason, teams usually are not having $10 million in cap space, right? They usually have like $5 million. And if the Ravens can have about $8-7 million in cap space, they will maybe have their pick of the litter in terms of free agents is who they really want and who can benefit them the most. So my thought is wait for the draft, see what's going to happen, and then make your decision on who is there, right? Because there could be a guy that drops a pass rusher to 30, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jared Verse out of Florida State falls, or Laiatu Latu falls, and it's like, you got to draft him. Well,
Right.
if you just spent $8 million signing an edge rusher, you're going to be like, do we really want this guy? It's like, yes, you want him. You want the great pass rusher, right?
Yeah.
Or if you
Yeah, for
sign
sure.
a corner, you sign Stephon Gilmore, and then you're sitting there on draft day, and Kool-Aid McKinstry falls, and you're sitting there third, and you're like, man, but we just signed Gilly. Like, what are we going to do? It's like, no, you don't want to waste your money early. Wait for the draft, right? Or let's say we sign a tackle. We sign
Very true.
we signed the guy from the Jets. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name.
Mekhi
Becton.
Mm-hmm.
We signed Mekhi Becton, and we're sitting in the draft, and then Amarius Mims falls to the Ravens. And you're like, well, we messed up. Like, now you're wasting money. So wait for the draft, then figure out and assess. Not just do you have holes after the draft, because sometimes you draft a guy like Puka Nacua, and you realize, hey, our receiver, we don't have a hole at receiver, even though we only drafted one in the 5th round. See what you have at rookie minicamp right after the draft, and then be like, okay, this is what we need. This is what we can sign. Because there's still a lot of really good players at a lot of prominent positions that the Ravens can definitely go after, even in the trade market.
I definitely agree with that. I mean, one of our own free agents, I think we talked about this a lot, whether we bring back J.K. Dobbs or even Dalvin Cook. I know we kind of had our thoughts about J.K. and the way he went about things last year, and he got himself injured and things of that nature. But I mean, I feel like the Ravens are not, I'm not going to say allowing. He is a free agent. He's not owned by the team no more. He's not with the team no more, I should say. He is shopping around. He's shopping himself around to see, what's his value, who's available, what's going to be done, and who will take a chance on him. And I honestly think that there could be a possible, reunion between J.K. and the Baltimore Ravens. I do like a lot of the running backs in this year's draft. I mean, let's be honest, this year's draft, especially for running backs, it got a lot of shifty guys, especially for the type of style of offense that we run, and a lot of guys that got good hands, and they can also get up to that second level very easily, just as good as J.K., maybe even better. And we saw the highlights, we saw the little sprinkles of what J.K. did, in a Ravens uniform. Reminded me of Ray Rice so much, and I feel like in order for this Ravens team to fully be at 100% on that offensive side of the ball, we're going to need that all around back, complemented with Derrick Henry.